two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson on first down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Swift.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Bridgewater. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bears force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with but don't fumble the football.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Bridgewater to throw it. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. Oh, Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best. And
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their...
And now here's another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, Hines. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Here's a diving catch right side. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
17's Mike 17. Hey, pick it up, defense.
throwing, Bridgewater. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike 17, Mike 17.
Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he's brought down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 17.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mike 17. He's checking. Crash. Mike 17.
Bridgewater on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he completes it to Berrios. And they'll get this down to the 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
17, Mike 17. Check. Mike 17. Mike 17. Here we go. 17's Mike 17.
Now Bridgewater. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to claw one back. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to leave the booth.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down. Slam. Slam. 12. Hey. Flare. Under 10.
They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears add on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Mike 17. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Shift. Alert for a lock.
To throw is Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 2. Now a give, right side. Hines, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hines. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
I don't think you got it, son. Find out. 17's Mike 17. Who that?
Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now this throw caught left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go, D.
To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. and will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Going deep here for Watkins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.